Alan Ruck had been watching the new episodes of Succession every Sunday night for the previous 5 years. But last weekend, when it came time for the season finale, he simply couldn't bring himself to do it. In this sneak peek of next week's episode of the Last Laugh podcast, he tells me, "We had some family stuff going on, and it got to be late, and it was like, I don't want to do that now." Instead, on Monday morning when he awoke, he turned it on at around 8. Ruck adds with a sardonic grin, "And I was messed up all day. I mean, I just really have the blues." According to Ruck, he felt that Jesse Armstrong, the program's creator, and the writers did a beautiful job of sewing everything up in a way that made perfect sense and honored the spirit of the show. He makes a jest, there was no happy ending, except for Tom, and cautions, be careful what you wish for. Despite what Kendall, Jeremy Strong, might think, Ruck's character Connor Roy, the actual eldest boy in the family, only truly makes an appearance in one scene somewhat early in the last episode. He's conducting the great reallocation at the townhouse of his late father, which he acquired from Marcia in an earlier episode for a cool $63 million. If Jared Mencken can keep his tenuous grip on the president, the ambassadorship to Slovenia is on the table, and Connor and his new wife Willa are considering the prospect of a long-distance thing to add another dimension to their relationship. Ruck comments on their agreement, "I don't actually think it bodes well," stressing the core tenet of Succession that people don't change. For the characters in this show, he continues, "I think that's absolutely true." He says, "So Connor and Willa had that fantastic scene together on the day of the wedding/death. It was a really sweet moment, a small period of time where they were together and they were partners and they were equals. Following that, they wed. But in their last scene together, he believes Willa is getting scared. Ruck speculates that she might have been thinking, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this guy. We're going to Slovenia. I don't want to go to Slovenia. I want to do my plays," as opposed to Connor, who was really counting on her coming along. "Without her, I think he's just going to be a mess," Ruck asserts. "So I'm not sure. In other words, either Mencken succeeds or Connor will travel to Slovenia, but I doubt they'll stay there for very long. If Willa doesn't see him quite frequently, I believe he'll quit his job pretty rapidly. On the other hand, he claims that Willa will probably go out of her mind if Mencken doesn't win the presidency and Connor is around all the time in New York." Ruck murmurs sadly, "So I don't know. I'm not that hopeful for them. Really. That's unfortunate," he continues, "because I'd love to see that cow prank Couchy along."